regular season between the minor Pee Wee AA Toros and Oshawa. Toros trying to rebuild from the tournament that they went all the way to the finals in St. Catharines. They had a really great tournament. Lost in overtime in the championship. Now they've got to get off to the right foot in the regular season. That puts them behind the net. Throwing it out in front. Oshawa dropped their first game, so they're 0-1 to start the year. Coming up into the zone now, in over the blue line. Taylor's on his man. Puts it in behind the net. Brett Foreman gets the start here for the Toros. It'll be Belmonte back at the other end for Oshawa. Back over the other side there. Number 48. Coming up into the zone is Wilson, who dumps it into the zone. And behind the net, Hazelton trying to get it away. Number 19 walking out in front. He takes it in behind the goal. Gonna lose it to Cameron Ryan, trying to chip it out. Throwing in a goal, stopped there by Foreman. First save of the game as they stop that shot going to the net. Rogers knocks that one down. Rogers tried to take a shot. And it got blocked there by Maddox. Moves it up there for Zabrizzi. He had a big goal in the tournament. He's the one that scored with about 4 minutes left to beat Niagara, and that one he should have done that. Stopped there by Belmonte. Kicked that one aside. Back to the line. That's going to miss Sear at the blue line. Sear picks up the loose puck, tries to fire it into the zone. Rolls him behind the net to number 78 for Oshawa with a lead pass. Over to the other side, picking off his stick. Nice play by Sear to strip him off the puck. Gets back in behind the net. First one back there. Throws it in front. And that first shot just missed. Tried for the setup out in front. As Aiden Howard had that pass out in front, just missed the man out in front of the goal. Tipped away. Nice defensive play by Connor Cole. Cole coming up into the zone now and over the blue line. Cole lost it as he went around the defenseman. Gets it back there in the corner. Dig there in the corner. Quick shot from Menko. Didn't make it through the net. Near the late pass up there for number 92, but stripped off him by Menko. Toros come back up the other way and fire it all the way in behind the net. Go off on a line change as Cole comes off. Quick shot, and there's a throw. Hits that shot high and wide over the net. Taylor tried to keep it in the zone. First little bit of pressure is going to the Toros, but just haven't been able to bury one into the back of the net. And here comes Leslie with it for Oshawa. Leslie loses it, number 19. Knocked down by Gallant. Gallant tries to find Waddell, who backhands it at the blue line. Davidson rings it off the boards as he tries to find Hannon. Number 4 couldn't get past Hannon. Hannon throws it out in front. Quick shot from Burrow coming up. Shot stopped there by Belmonte. First shot there for the Toros. Hannon comes around the other side. Throws it in front. And they score! Good Taylor right in front of the net. Buried that puck from Hannon. That pass behind the goal. And it doesn't take long. The Toros have a 1-0 lead. Taylor was at the right spot at the right time. Snapped it past Belmonte as he took the pass from Hannon in behind the goal. Hazelton back in his own end. Tried to fire it around. That's going to get kept in. Back to the line. Nice play there by Perot to strip it. Could be a 2-on-1 coming up here with Hannon. Nicholas Perot keeps to himself. Gets it over there for Hannon. Shot. Stopped there by Belmonte. He doesn't know where the rebound is. It's somewhere in his equipment. And we get a stoppage in play. Face off coming off to the right of the goal. Oshawa get the opportunity to take it back behind their own net. With that lead pass up through center. Now coming up into the zone is Rogers. He had some good skill last year for Oshawa. He burned the Toros quite a bit when they played them in the regular season. Rogers dumps it back in behind the net. Trying to go back to the line there for Chung, and Chung couldn't shoot it. Chance to clear it out past Sabrizi, but he couldn't get it past Rogers at the blue line. Here comes the opportunity here to shoot it. That's going to roll in for Foreman. Right pad save. And as they were going in for the rebound, Brett Foreman covered it up. As the captain there, number 77, Haslam, was in there looking for a rebound that wasn't found. Another draw come off to the right of Foreman. Almost about 5 minutes left to go here in the first period. Only goal scorer goes to Trent Taylor. Throwing it out of front, picked off there. Here come the Toros up their center with Logan Jackman as the pass for Aiden Howard comes up into the zone. Howard, shot, hit the side of the net. Rebound for Cole as he tries to stuff it in, but Belmonte is up against the post to keep it out. Cole will take the offensive draw to the right of Belmonte. He wins the draw, back to the line for Ford as they try to get a shot through, and it got blocked. Trying to show off the wheels now is Totosan, and he scores with a nice move. And Oshawa tied it up. Number 92 blocked that shot. It was shallow, and he walked in all alone, made a nice move around Foreman and put it in to tie things up at 1. Shallow has put Oshawa on the board. Number 87, Santos, tried to chip it in. That's not going anywhere as Wilson tapped it back in. Pulls on the loose puck, Connor Shear. Trying to find it. Gets stepped off his stick from Durham. Goes in behind the net. And the Toros are going to get the first penalty of the game as they touch it up for the penalty call. Oshawa is going to go to the first power play. As it was Durham that got tripped up as he was trying to go to the net. And it's Sear that's going to be penalized for 2 minutes for tripping. Finch will take the offensive draw here for Oshawa against Taylor. Wins it. Finch trying to get to the loose puck. It's going to roll in behind the net. Taylor doing all he can to dig it out of that corner. Getting some help with Davidson. Back to the line from Finch for Wood Harmon. Wood Harmon setting up Durham, trying to go to the back end. Durham couldn't shoot it. They're going to set it up from the line. Another quick shot. Here comes an opportunity for Pro, short-handed. Nicholas Pro's all on his own. Fires it wide of the net. He tried the same move he made in the shooter at this one. He wasn't successful at. He backhanded that one wide. Coming back up through center. Into the zone, up through center ice. There's Durham trying to make some moves to the net. That one's going to get chipped off his stick. Durham takes it in behind the net. Taylor trying to strip Durham off the puck. Getting some help with Haslam. Haslam comes up with it. Got a man sitting at the side of the net. That's where he was going, but the pass got picked off as he tried to find Santos at the side of the net. Nice play by Vieira to hold it into the blue line. 50 seconds left on the penalty to Sear as they try and stuff that puck in at the side of the net. Thrown at the goal. Taylor picks it up, tries to find an opening to get it out. Kept in by Wood Harmon at the blue line. But his shot goes into the corner, and now Davidson brings it off the board. Past Wood Harmon at center. Vieira with a nice pass up their center into the zone. Here comes Haslam going for a shot. That hit the crossbar. He had a nice shot there going for the top shelf. And he had Foreman beat, but not the iron. Goaltender's best friend bails him out. Chung shot. Got kicked aside there from Foreman. Back in behind the net. Oshawa putting on the pressure. Here comes an opportunity. Fired high and wide by Rogers as he tried to step into a shot from the slot area. Pulled on the loose puck. Here comes Sabrizi. And he tries to take advantage of Wilson falling down. Fires it in behind the net. Big collision in behind the goal. Vieira is going to lose the puck to the Toros. Penalties over to Sear. Toros have killed it off. Back to the line for Hazelton, trying to get it through a screen. That's going to go wide. Rogers trying to get past Maddox. It goes off his stick as Parker Rizzler tries to chip it up there for Sabrizi. Tied here at 1. Goal scorers for the Toros was Trent Taylor, and then it was Shallow that answered with a nice goal to tie things up. Hazelton back in his own end. Leap pass for Parker Rizzler was out of his reach, and it's going to have enough to go for our first icing call. Face off coming off to the right of the goal. Trying to walk out was Durham with a backhand. That's going to hit a skate out of front and go wide. Fired around the boards. Jackson tried to get it out. Leslie trying to shoot it. Now Waddell goes to the backhand. Waddell's shot got blocked. Nice block there by the Toros and trying to get it out with Howard. Now Jackman trying to catch up to it. Jackman's got to get around the defense and go for a shot. And stop there with a blocker up Belmonte as Jackman tried to cut to the net. Oshawa get the loose puck and fire it around. Stuck there in the corner. Goes in behind the net now. Vieira tries to get to the loose puck and clear it out. Tapped in by Ford at the blue line. Nice defensive play by Gage Ford to stop that clearing attempt from Vieira. It's over there to the other side. Waddell chips it in behind the net. We're going to get another penalty coming up here. This one's going to go for tripping. And this one is going to go to Oshawa, so the Toros get to enjoy their first power play of the year in the regular season. It's going to go to number 3, Waddell. Taylor will take the big offensive draw to start this power play. We're in the last minute of play with 59 seconds left to go. Back to the line for Davidson. Trying to get a shot through. Got tipped through a screen. Perot trying to find the loose puck. That one's going to get swept all the way down the ice. That'll kill some time on the power play. Menko with a pass up there for Hennon. Trying to come up into the zone. Lost it there. He lost it to Rogers, who gets tripped up at the blue line. 32 seconds left. Nice play by Menko to get it up there for Perot. Perot trying to start something on the power play to end period number 1. Puts it under the tip of Hannon. Trying to get it around Wilson now. There's Hannon in the corner, picks it up. Hannon has Perot at the front, tried for a pass for him, missed him. Tried to throw it out of front again. Hannon's going to try for a shot here. That one's going to find the crest of Belmonte for a face-off. Another drop coming off to the left. Might be the last face-off of period number 1. Coming up through center now is Durham. Durham trying to shoot the puck, and he can't beat the buzzer. We're tied up with 1 after 1. Trent Taylor scored for the Toros, and Jacob Schaller had the answer for Oshawa. Top period number 2 with the line of Cameron, Ryan, Rusler, and Sabrizi. Toros 50 seconds left on the power play. Here comes Sabrizi trying to get into the zone. Got taken wide, kicks it in behind the net. Loses it to Durham. Fired around the boards, captain at the line. Maddox takes a shot, tipped wide of the net. Toros got the redirection at the front, just tipped it wide. Trying to dig on it free. Oshawa ringing around the board, captain by Maddox at the blue line. Maddox tries to get it through, tipped again wide of the net. Deflections aren't working for the Toros right now. Back over to the other side for Maddox, trying to step into another one. That one's going to get blocked there fearlessly by Durham as he chips it out. Has 20 seconds left on the penalty to Waddell now. Over to the pass to the Oshawa bench. Leslie with some nice moves to backhand it in. Now Sabrizi dumps it back. That'll about do it for the power play as that one gets rung in behind the net. Waddell is back on the ice. Oshawa killed off a big power play for the Toros, trying to walk out of front. The opportunity to throw it out in front of the goal, but it gets picked up by the Toros and now cleared down the ice. Not going to have enough for an icing call. Vieira's got to go back there to get it and loses his footing. Jackman tried to get to the loose puck, lead pass for Durham. He chips it up over the blue line. Jackman trying to get away. Connor Cole digging on it at the penalty box area. And now it's number 7, Wood Harmon, who backhands it in behind the net. He passed for Jackman trying to go. Got to get around Haslam. He chips it in to the Oshawa zone as Vieira tries to tip it out. Jackman tried to hold the line and couldn't. Oshawa come up with it. Captain Haslam comes into the zone. Haslam doing everything from his behind to keep it in. Still stays in the Toros end. Now tries for a shot to throw it at the goal. Foreman's up against the post to make the stop. The big defensive draw for the Toros. Gets one there by Haslam of Oshawa. Perot getting on the loose puck. Backhanding it out. Here comes Hannon on the loose puck. Hannon trying to get around the check. Takes a shot, and it finds the glove of Belmonte with a nice glove stop as he holds onto it for a face-off. Taylor takes the big offensive draw, tries to shoot it. Hannon's going to shoot it now. Blocker stop there from Belmonte. Goes in behind the net. Digging on it is Perot trying to get away. Throws it out front for Taylor. Trent Taylor uses the defenseman James Davidson trying to shoot it. Blocker stop there from Belmonte. Wilson on the loose puck, fires it around the board. Taylor trying to keep it in there. Nice defensive play by Taylor. Doing some nice fork checking, keeping it alive in the Oshawa zone. Waddell with a nice pass over there for Shallow. And now Shallow's going to move it over to the other side for Waddell as they play catch with the puck. Coming in over the blue line. Shallow takes a shot. It goes high and wide. It's in the corner. Shallow's on the loose puck. Tried to set up number 19 and he lost the puck there. Toros get the puck trying to get it out at the Oshawa bench. Nice defensive play at the Oshawa blue line to hold it in there. Keep the pressure alive for Leslie to try and shoot it, but he lost the puck off his stick. Tongue with a backhand, loses it to Davidson. James Davidson up and over the blue line. Trying to get around the check of Wilson into the zone. Stopped there by Belmonte as he got taken down, and we're going to get a whistle. Face off coming off to the left of Belmonte. Gets one by the Toros, and Sabrizi tried to get a shot through. Goes into the corner for Sabrizi again, who chips it wide. Was able to chip it to himself. Sabrizi back to the line for Jack Hazelton. Hazelton to the other side. Maddox might have a clear lane to shoot it. He does, tried to shoot it through a screen, but Oshawa were able to get a body out of front. Throwing it at a goal, right pad stop. Toros trying to bang away at the rebound, and Belmonte somehow finds it and holds on for a face-off. Draw off to the left, Cameron loses it to Haslam. Around the boards, number 10. Not going anywhere as Hazelton kept that in. Around the boards for Ellis. Number 10, Ellis tries to get it out here for Oshawa. They pass onto the tape of Wood Harmon, but he lost the puck. And now Vieira tries to get away at the Toros bench, getting some help with Ellis. Ellis with a nice pass up there for Haslam, who lost the puck now. Maddox from center, dumps it in. Pass the defenseman Gallant and into the corner. Gallant takes his time in his own end. Moves it over there for Rogers. Aiden Howard with a nice play to chip it free. Tried to get around Gallant for an opportunity. Howard throws it out of front. His intended pass for Connor Cole got broken up. Now Cole tries to do his best to try and get the puck back. Oshawa move it up through center with Ellis. Tied here at 1 in the second period. Both goals came in period number 1. Chung tried to dump it in. That was Vieira who got that puck in. Going down the ice, not having enough icing. Gallant's got to take it at the face-off circle. That pass was almost broken up from Aiden Howard, but it's going to roll all the way down the ice. That roll right in on goal as Foreman had to be alert to make the stick stop. Throwing it out, right past stop as Haslam's looking for a rebound. Foreman's trying to find it, and he does, and gets it in his glove for a face-off. Shaw gets one by the Toros in their own end. Forward, trying to clear it out, and he will get it past Wood Harmon. Right back into the zone for Connor Shear. Tried to use the boards to get it up. Getting some help there. Connor Cole trying to get that puck free away from Waddell. Leslie is on the loose puck. Finally, Waddell turned it over to the Toros in his own end. Waddell again tries to put it back in there. Goes in behind the net. Around the boards as Howard tries to get it out. Nice defensive play by Wilson to hold the blue line for Oshawa. Keep it in the zone, but Wilson's backhand broken up by Gage Ford. Toros tried for the breakout pass, and it got broken up right there at center. Both teams are playing well defensively and not allowing many breakouts to come up through center. Back in the zone it goes. Fired in behind the net. Ford tried for a pass and then hit a man at the front. Picked up by Wilson. He tries for the other side. Jackman almost picked that pass off from Wood Harmon, who brings it in over the blue line. Offside. It's off just inside the Toros line, trying to pick it up now. It's Perot. Perot trying to get around Gillette. The only defenseman that was back there for Oshawa takes it in behind the net. Perot uses back to the line for Davidson, who fires the keeper in behind the net. Davidson trying to hold the blue line. And does, he tried to get a past Santos. Getting some up with Taylor, doing a nice play. Perot with some nice moves, tried to throw it to his forehand. Lost it in behind the net. Here comes Chung with a lead pass. Chung's pass for Durham was in his feet, but he finally kicks it to his forehand, comes in over the blue line. Durham gets the opportunity to shoot now, and that one's going to find the glove of Brett Foreman for a face-off. Target's won by Oshawa as they try and turn around with that quick shot in from the slot area. Now it's a bouncing puck. It's going to be an easy stop for Foreman, and he's going to take no chances. Holds it for another draw in the Toros end. And it's going to be Haslam again taking the draw for Oshawa against Trent Taylor. Taylor tried to win the draw. It's a scramble draw. Comes free to Oshawa. Big opportunity. Quick shot high and off the crossbar. That's the second crossbar that Oshawa have hit in the game. Trying to go back to the line for Vieira. Chip past him. Here comes Taylor trying to get to the loose puck, but it's too far ahead of him. Wood Harmon takes it back in his own end. We have 6:15 left to go here in period number 2 of a 1-1 tie. Haslam with a nice pass to get it up there for Rogers, trying to get into the zone now. Touch to the net. Stopped there by Foreman as he was up against the post and didn't allow the Oshawa player to make it to the net and cut free for an opportunity. Cameron takes the defensive draw versus Leslie. Trying to win that loose puck. Thrown in on goal. That's going to go wide. Tried to backhand it there at the side of the net. Was shallow, but it was out of his reach. Backhand shot tipped. Stopped there by Foreman. Waddell tried to get a loose puck. Here comes the Toros Sabrizi. Sends Sabrizi up through center. Tried to get around the check. Lost it there to Shallow. And now Shallow comes up into the zone. Shallow lost it at the blue line. There's Vieira. Vieira to the other side for Leslie. The pass picked off there by Sabrizi. But he got knocked away from him by Wood Harmon. Coming up now is Shallow into the zone. Shallow got taken down there by the Toros before he could have the opportunity to shoot the puck. Trying to get that puck out. Knocked down there by number 19, Leslie. Now another backhand. Can't get it past Leslie again. Leslie's into the zone with a shot. That one's going wide of the net. Leslie's going to try and throw it out in front. Nice shift here by number 19, Leslie of Oshawa, on that pass. Goes out of his reach. As he tried to find Wilson at the blue line, who collects it now at the Eagles symbol. Over to the other side for Wood Harmon, who's going to clear it in. Almost hit the referee on his dump in. Wood Harmon was able to keep it in at the blue line. And no, he wasn't. It was offside. Shot coming off at center just inside the blue line. Over there for Sear, trying to get to the loose puck. Sear got pressured on, trying to throw it out of front. Around the boards it goes, tried to find it in Howard to get it out of the zone. Howard up through center, trying to get around the check of Pyfitch. Fires it down low for Connor Cole as he tries to walk out of there in front. Finally loses it to Chung, but the Toros put pressure on. Jackman couldn't shoot the puck. Back to the line for Ford as he dumps it into the corner. Nice defensive play by Connor Cole to back check him behind the net. Jackman's helping out as well. Jackman finally lost his footing in behind the goal. Over to the other side there for Santos. Santos loses it. Aiden Howard with a shot. And there's a blocker stop there from Belmonte. Cole trying to dig on the loose puck. Howard trying to get it free along with Connor Cole. Jackman trying to come in and help as well. Line's trying to put on some pressure and get the Toros back in the lead. Jackman couldn't fire it on his backhand. Aiden Howard keeps it in at the face-off circle. Dumps it in for Jackman in behind the net. He had Connor Cole sitting in front. Just couldn't get a pass to him. Aiden Howard. Howard fires it back to the line for Steer. Tried to slap a shot. Blocked there by Pyfin. At the front. Jackman on the rebound. Tried to shoot it and he got taken down. Connor Cole on the loose puck. Tries to throw it at the front for Howard. Got picked off. But Aiden Howard is still on his man and keeps the pressure on in the Oshawa end. Nice defensive play by Cole to knock it free. Jackman sitting on his own at the front, but the pass couldn't reach him out in front of the goal. Tapped in by Howard. Pro trying to find it on his forehand. Now Santos gets the opportunity to clear it. Can't get it past Trent Taylor. Taylor back to the line for Ford, stepping into a shot. Stopped up by Belmonte as he skips it up and relieves all this Toros pressure by taking a face off. Taylor with a nice win. Back for Davidson with a shot. Stopped up by Belmonte. Taylor on the rebound shot. And he just tipped it wide. And Perot was sitting at the side of the net too. Just didn't have the reach to tap that one in. Manko trying to hold the blue line. Dumps it deep there for Taylor. Approaching 2 minutes to go here in period number 2. Tapped in by Manko. He lost it there. And now here comes Ellis. Ellis with a late pass. Here comes an opportunity here on his own. His Pyfin with a shot. And it's stopped there by Foreman. And that was Haslam that was on the breakaway, sorry. But it was a nice bluster save either way by Brett Foreman. And he keeps this one at 1-1. Vieira takes it back in his own end. Got pressured on there by Taylor. Trying to get it past Pro. That's not going to work. Now Oshawa started up through center again. Coming up into the blue line with a pass for Ellis that's going to get picked off. Davidson's going to go into the corner and try and chip it out. It got kept in by Vieira at the blue line, and it's offside. They saw just inside the Toros line. Rusler tried for a pass. Taken away by Shallow, trying to get into the zone. Shallow on the backhand. It goes wide of the net. Here comes the opportunity for Sabrizi to kick it to his stick. Here comes Sabrizi up through center. One man to beat, and that's Wood Harmon. Or, sorry, Glant. He got held up there by Glant with Sabrizi. Stuck him behind the net. We're in the last minute of play of period number 1, and Sabrizi got taken down there by Leslie. Capped in at the line by Maddox. That shot's not going anywhere. Shallow chipped it up there for Waddell. Waddell's got to get around Hazelton for an opportunity, and his shot is going to go wide as it might have hit Hazelton's stick and deflected wide of the net. Shallow takes it back in behind the goal. Tries to stuff it in from the side. He's got Leslie out in front, and he scores. Leslie, in the last minute of play, has put Oshawa up 2-1. 35 seconds left to go in the second period. And number 19, Leslie, converted on a pass out in front from Shallow to make it 2-1 Oshawa. Chung tried to chip it in. Cameron Ryan tried to get to the loose puck. Ryan's got a beat his defenseman in behind the net as he takes him into the boards. In behind the goal, Jackman tries to get Chung. Chung coming up into the blue line, trying to take a shot. Chung's got it now, spinning away from the check. Gage Ford tries to chip it out. Santos tries for a backhand at the front. There goes the buzzer. A late goal by Oshawa has them up by 2-1 in the period number 3. Starting off period number 3, it's going to be Connor Cole to take the job versus Haslam. Ford chips it in. taking off his stick. Oshawa just dump it back in behind the net. Forward around the boards it goes. He's going to get knocked down by Rogers. Here comes the opportunity for Connor Cole to come up. Cole gets around Wilson. Getting it up there with Aiden Howard as well. Connor Cole. Aiden Howard was in his feet. Tries for back in. Left pad stop there from Belmonte. Connor Cole was able to, sorry, that was Howard that got that backhand away. There was a left pad stop there from Belmonte. Trying to bang it in at the side of the net. Coming back up to the center. Here comes Rogers into the zone. Lost it there to Ford. Gage Ford chips it out. Now Connor Cole with the loose puck. That was out of the reach of Ellis as Sear tried to chip it out. Kept in at the line by Wilson with a shot. Hopped in on goal. Easy stop there for Foreman. Toros take it back in behind their own net. Here comes Ford up to the center. Ford up into the zone. Just taken down. No penalty on the call. Connor Cole moves up there for Aiden Howard from the penalty box. Comes up into the zone. Howard trying to spin away, got taken down. But he's still on that loose puck at the face-off circle. Taylor tried to hold his man there at the blue line. But going off to the races now is Shallow. Shallow a shot. Right pad stop. Rebound at the front. Left pad save there as well off Woodell. Fired around the board. Knocked down there by Leslie. Leslie finds it again. But he can't go with the puck though. Leslie uses the defenseman to try and get it into the zone. Dumps it back in behind the net. Menko around the boards there for Perot trying to chip it out. Now Nicholas Perot picks up the loose puck. Perot and Taylor going after the loose puck. We're getting a penalty coming up here, and it's going to go to Oshawa. It's going to be a power play to the Toros. It's going to be a Toros power play. Chung trying to find the loose puck and clear it out. That's going to get chipped past Menko. He tried to fire it back in. Short-handed opportunity to come back in for Rogers. He got taken down by Perot as it gets stuck in behind the net. Now Menko on the loose puck. Thomas Menko leading it up, trying to get around Rogers and dump it in the zone. Finally lost it. Davidson couldn't handle the bouncing puck. Now he's going to get pressured on by Haslam. Davidson with a nice pass over there for Taylor. Tried to start it up from his own end. Tried to find Perot, but the pass was out of his reach. And now Haslam gets to backhand it. Right back into the Toros end. Menko's going to scoop that one up. The pass right under the tape of Hannon. Coming up into the zone. Trying to shoot it from the face-off circle. Takes it back in behind the net. Setting up Sabrizi with a shot. That one goes wide of the net as Sabrizi tried to pull the trigger from the slot area. Gets stuck there in the corner, trying to dig it free. Toros get the loose puck. Sabrizi tries for a wraparound out of front. Misses Rizzler. Hazelton tried to keep it in, and it's going to be Sabrizi that gets it. Sabrizi back into it at the net. Stopped there by Belmonte and holds it for a face-off. 35 seconds left on the power play. Toros trying to win that offensive draw. A battle there in the corner trying to get that loose puck free. Toros are down by a goal trying to find that equalizer here. Around the boards, kept in. Throwing at the goal stop there before it hit the net. Hazelton keeps it in though. Hazelton shot didn't make it through a screen as it got blocked there by Pyfence and sent all the way down the ice. Sliding in behind the goal is Maddox now. Maddox got pressured on by Santos, so he moves it up there for Sabrizi. That'll do it for the penalty as Oshawa have killed off another one. The Toros go to 0 for 2 on their power play, but they get the opportunity for Sabrizi. Who scores? Sabrizi scores the point for 2. And power play goal for the Toros. Are going to take it. Carter with 2, and they're going to be records. Perfect shot by Ben Sabrizi just inside the post to tie things up at 2. Don't go anywhere just yet. Chipped into the goal. Ford trying to get to the loose puck. Knocked down by Leslie. Taken away by Howard. He's going to tip it free and out for center. Wilson tries to get it out. Jackman tried to get to the loose puck, getting some help with Connor Cole. On the loose puck into the zone. There's Shallow going for a shot. and that shot is going to find the glove of Foreman. Face off coming off to the right of Foreman. Chipping it up for Jackman. Trying to get it out, and he will. Here comes Cole trying to get to the loose puck. Connor Cole comes in over the blue line, tries to take it to the net on his own. Stopped it by Belmonte. There's a rebound at the front as Cole tries to chip it in, and Belmonte's got it for a face-off. Face-off coming off to the right of Belmonte. Quick shot. Stopped there by Belmonte, and he holds it for another draw. Almost taken by surprise on that quick shot, but he was able to keep the puck out of the net. Keep things tied here up at 2. It's going to be the line of Perot, Taylor, and Hannon coming out here to try and start something. Taylor will take the draw. Off to the right of Belmonte, wins it. He's kept on the line by Ford. Gets Ford back down low. Passes out of the reach of Hannon and scooped up there by Oshawa. Take it back in their own end. Going for a lead pass. It's going to get broken up there. Try and keep it in the Oshawa zone for some more pressure. Throwing it out in front for Taylor. That got broken up. Perot trying to find that loose puck and chip it deeper into the Oshawa end as he chipped it past Haslam. Here comes the opportunity for Perot again. Nicholas Perot takes a shot and it got blocked there by Gallant. Stuck in behind the goal for Hannon. Hannon trying to walk it in front. Couldn't shoot it. He tried to shoot it on the forehand and he lost the puck before he could get the shot away. Chip back down low and behind the net for Perot. Yara trying to get to the loose puck and chip it free. Perot still off possession. Taylor tried to go back to the line and got broken up. And back comes Oshawa up the other way. Starting up through center is Ellis coming in over the blue line. Ellis is trying to take it wide. Sets up Haslam for a shot. Stopped up by Foreman. They're trying to bang away at the rebound. And they're not going to get awarded this time as Foreman keeps it out. And keeps things tied here up at 2. Leslie takes the offensive draw against Cam Ryan, and Cam Ryan wins the draw. Around the boards, capped in by Wood Harmon, who just has to chip it in behind the net. Davidson uses the boards to ring it around. Back to the line for Wilson. Wilson tried to set up Shallow, who couldn't shoot it from the face-off circle. Trying to start something now. Lead pass. It's onto the tape. Up to Breezy. Sorry, Parker. Quick shot. Stopped there by Belmonte. Breezy gets it back in behind the net. Throws it in front. And Belmonte's got it against the post. Cameron Ryan's going to take the offensive draw off to the left of Belmonte. Oshawa's player got kicked out of the draw. And they still win it as Durham won it for Oshawa. Defensive face-off win, but Toros have it in the end. Manko finds it for Davidson, who tries to get a shot through as he fell down. Here comes the turnaround shot that didn't make it through. Still the Toros on the loose puck, but the shot hit the side of the net. Tried to chip it up through center now. Coming up into the zone is Durham, who's going to backhand it in. Manko tries to chip it out. Captain at the line by Gallant. He stands on the shot. And now Sabrizi's on the loose puck. Sabrizi one-on-one against Belmonte. Fires it wide of the net. Sabrizi has tried to go for goal number 2. Just fired it wide, and now Durham gets the opportunity. Back the other way, throws it in on goal. It's a dribbler that's going to get stopped there by Foreman in the blue paint. Toros win the defensive draw. Try and get it out. Captain at the line. That shot gets him in. Starting up through center is Cole. Trying to go into the races and get around that check. Connor Cole. Jackman going to the net. Shot stopped. Jackman trying to find the rebound. And it's stopped there by Belmonte somehow as Jackman tried to poke it in. But Belmonte got enough of his blocker on it. Keeps us tied at 2. If there's anybody who needs a break, it's Number 32, Jackman, who hit the post in the championship game versus Caledon, and there he couldn't convert on that loose puck either. Rogers, shot, stopped there by Foreman, and he holds for a face-off. The defensive drop for the Toros here. Toros here rings it around for Jackman, trying to chip it out. He chips it up through center, taken away by Wood Harmon. Finding that loose puck is Leslie coming up in through center. Leslie takes a dribbling shot, blocker stop there from Foreman. Keeps that one out of the net. Left it there for the defenseman. Waddell tries to keep it in there for Oshawa, but it gets swept away. Ford back in his own end. Gage Ford. Going for a leap pass. That was almost broken up, and it is broken up by Leslie. Coming up into the zone, Leslie. Stopped there by Foreman. He might have got his left toe on that as Leslie tried to go to the back end. Jackman stays onside. Here comes Aiden Howard bringing it up into the zone. Howard got taken down. Taking the puck off him. Around the boards, Taylor keeps that one in. Jackman trying to find the loose puck with Taylor, who just rings it back in behind the goal. Chung back there for Oshawa, tried to get it out. Couldn't get it past Taylor. So now Oshawa just take their time clearing it up. Nice defensive play by Hannah, but now coming up into the zone is Shallow. Shallow tried to shoot it from the face-off circle, poked out his stick. Here comes Pro back the other way. Nicholas Pro from center comes in over the blue line. Pro was able to take it all the way back in behind the net. Sets up Davidson at the blue line. Tried for a shot, but it got broken up. Tried to get away from the check of his man. Oshawa getting 2-on-1 back the other way. They've got Durham going to the net, but the pass hopped over his stick. Durham gets the loose puck though. Durham on the wraparound, stopped there by Foreman. Banging away at the rebound, but it gets tipped in behind the net. Pro trying to get the loose puck out. Nicholas Pro fires it high with a nice pass up there for Taylor, who takes the pass now. Trent Taylor takes it back into the front. Davidson from the line. Tip. Stopped it by Belmonte. Pro still in the zone. Kept in by Menko. Stuck there on the corner trying to dig it free. Back to the line for Menko. Got it there for Taylor, but shot didn't make it through. Now Menko's got to take it at center. Oshawa going off on a change. Now they break it up from their own bench and dump it in. Santos getting to the loose puck before Davidson, but Davidson was able to block him off the puck. Wilson uses the boards, tried to find Haslam. Haslam's going to lose it there as he chipped it onto the Toros stick. Taylor. Under 4 minutes left to go now. Tied here at 2. The late goal by Oshawa is Leslie that gave them the lead. 2-1 after the second period, but Sabrizi has entered here in the third, which is where we stand right now. Chipping up through center. Oshawa are going to pick it up going over the blue line. Trying to get around the check, but a nice defensive play by Rudler to take it away. Parker Rudler did a nice back-checking move to come back and break that pass up. Now Haslam takes it from the blue line. Haslam winds back with a shot that hit a man out of front. Bounced wide of the net.
Way to go, Jeff!
Hazelton trying to dig it free out of the danger zone. Gets it up there for Parker Rudler. Rudler can't get it past Wilson at the blue line. Tried to find Haslam in front of the net, but that gets taken away. Wilson's back in.
There you go.
Rogers tried to keep it in there. Here comes Rudler up through center now. Hazelton tried to get it out. Rudler with a nice play to chip it free. Here come the Toros up through center. Cameron Ryan tried to get to the loose puck. Cam Ryan couldn't get around the defense. Still on the loose puck though. Couldn't get away from that last line of defense. Had to get around 2 Oshawa players and it was too much for him. He couldn't pull it to his forehand. Gallant turned over to Jackman at center. Logan Jackman into the zone. Throwing it at the net. That's going to go in behind the goal where Wood Harmon takes it. Loses his footing in behind the net. Waddell with the opportunity to clear it. Chips it up through center. Connor Cole trying to keep it in the zone. Aiden Howard takes it away. That shot got blocked. Coming up the other way is Shallow. Shallow trying to get around Ford. Gage Ford's pass. Back to the line there for Chung. Trying to step into a shot. That's going to go wide of the net. Ford on the loose puck around for Howard. Aiden Howard tries to chip it out. Howard can't get it past the defense. Still in there though. Trying to step in from the face-off circle. That shot goes wide. Sear trying to get rid of it. We're approaching 1 minute left. Leslie on the loose puck. Trying to pull to his forehand. Finally swept away by Gage Ford. Ford trying to use the boards to get a pass for Jackman. Jackman doing all he can to get it free. Comes free for Waddell, who takes a shot. Hit a stick of Connor Sear back in behind the net. Now we do have 1 minute left to go here in the game. Jackman up there for Cole as he takes that pass. Connor Cole into the zone, trying to start something. Get around the check, throws it at the goal, hit the defenseman, and goes in behind the net. Coming up through center, taken away there by Rogers. Now Leslie's on the loose puck. Leslie starting from center, trying to get around Davidson, takes a shot, blocked there by James Davidson. Tried to get it out, and Hannon couldn't get it past Leslie. Here come the Toros now, trying to start a breakout. One more opportunity here for the Toros. Jack Hannon trying to get around the check. He got taken down before he could shoot it. Nice defensive play to knock Hannon off the puck. Now Oshawa might get the final opportunity, but it gets broken up at center. 10 seconds left to go. Rogers going up there with Ellis. Rogers to Ellis. Shot stopped there by Foreman. A huge save, and he might have just, yeah, he did earn the Toros 1 point as he stopped that 2-on-1. The Toros and Oshawa battle to a 2-2 tie. Both teams scored in the first period before Leslie put Oshawa up 2-1 in the second. But the Breezy was the one that tied things up in the third period. No more scoring after that. The Toros will have another game this week when they travel to Port Perry, when they play the North Durham Warriors. I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackman. Couldn't get past Hannon. Hannon throws it out front. First shot from Brill coming up. Shot stopped there by Belmonte. First shot there for the Toros. Hannon comes around the other side. Throws it out front. And they score! Chris Taylor right in front of the net. There is that puck from Hannon, not passing behind the goal. And it doesn't take long, and the Toros have a 1-0 lead. What does they try to get a shot through? And they got blocked. Trying to throw off the wheels now. It was in and he scored with a nice move. And Oshawa tied it up. Number 92. Blocked that shot. It was Shallow. Hannon on the loose puck. Hannon trying to get around the check. Takes a shot. And it finds the glove of Belmonte with a nice glove shot as he goes onto it for a face-off. Here comes an opportunity here on his own side with a shot. And he's stopped there by Foreman. And that was Haslam that was on the breakaway story. But it was a nice cluster save either way. Stick and deflected wide of the net. Shallow takes it back in behind the goal. Tries to step it in from the side. He's got Leslie out front, and he scores. Leslie, and the last minute of play has put Oshawa up 2-1. Penalty as Oshawa filled off another one. The Toros go to 0-2 on the top of it. To get the opportunity, it's a Breezy. Here's goal! The Breezy scores to tie things up at 2. It's going to be a power play goal for the Toros. They're going to take it. Tied here at 2. And they're going to see Richards going up there with Ellis. Rogers to Ellis. Shot. Stopped there by Foreman. A huge save. And he might have just, yeah, he did earn the Toros 1 point.